The stars looked different out here in the dark space between systems. Commander Vexthul had been traveling these empty regions for over 20 years, but something about this particular void made his skin crawl. His ship, the Silent Wind, moved through the asteroid field like a ghost, its sensors reaching out into the black looking for anything worth reporting back to the Confederation. "Sir, we have something," called out Science Officer Kethrin from his station. His voice carried that tone that meant he had found something big. "Long-range sensors are picking up a massive object. It appears to be artificial." Vexthul moved to the center of the bridge, his forearms working the controls with practiced ease. The main screen flickered to life, showing a grainy image of something huge floating among the rocks. It was clearly a ship, but unlike anything in their databases. "How big?" Vexthul asked. 3 kilometers long, maybe more. It's just sitting there, sir. No power signatures, no heat, no movement. Looks completely dead." The alien commander studied the image. The ship was angular, brutal-looking, with what appeared to be weapon ports scattered along its hull like scars. It reminded him of the old war vessels from the ancient conflicts, but this was clearly from a species they had never encountered. "Any signs of life?" "Nothing, sir. If there was ever a crew aboard, they're long gone now." 3 kilometers away, hidden in the shadow of the human battleship USS Thunder Bay, Commander Jake Morrison sat perfectly still in his command chair. His eyes were closed, but his mind was wide awake. The neural link connecting him to his crew buzzed with quiet activity as they maintained the illusion of a dead ship. "Sir," whispered Captain Lisa Brooks through the neural connection, "they're taking the bait. Alien vessel is moving closer." Morrison smiled without opening his eyes. "Excellent. How many crew members are they reading?" "0, sir. Our biodampeners are working perfectly. They think we're a ghost ship." The plan had been simple in concept but complex in execution. The Thunder Bay and her crew had been waiting in this asteroid field for 3 weeks, playing dead. Intelligence had suggested that Confederation scout ships regularly passed through this region, and Command wanted to know more about these aliens who claimed to represent a galactic government. The best way to learn about someone was to let them think they were studying you. Back on the Silent Wind, Vexthul was getting excited. Finding a derelict ship from an unknown species was the kind of discovery that could make a career. The Confederation was always hungry for information about new civilizations, especially ones that built ships this large. "Take us closer," he ordered. "I want a full spectrum analysis of that hull. Material composition, energy signatures, everything." "Sir, should we report this to Command first?" asked his navigation officer. "Not yet. Let's see what we're dealing with first." Could be nothing more than an old cargo hauler that got lost. But even as he said it, Vexthul knew that wasn't true. The ship's design spoke of military purpose. Every line, every angle looked designed for war. The question was, war against what? On the Thunder Bay, Chief Engineer Ryan Kelly monitored the alien approach from his position deep in the ship's core. Around him, the most advanced technology humanity had ever created hummed quietly in standby mode. Fusion reactors that could power entire cities sat cold and dark. Weapon systems that could crack planets waited for the word to activate. "They're scanning us," he reported through the neural link. "Basic stuff so far, just trying to figure out what we're made of." Morrison's mental voice came back calm and steady. "Let them look. Make sure all our good toys stay hidden." The human ship had been designed with this exact scenario in mind. Every system had multiple modes of operation. Right now, they were running on backup power that made them look like they were built with primitive technology. The aliens would see steel and titanium, basic fusion drives, and simple computer systems. They wouldn't see the quantum processors, the antimatter containment fields, or the weapons that could rewrite the laws of physics. Navigation Officer Amy Chen tracked the alien ship as it moved closer. Through her enhanced sensors, she could see 17 more human vessels hiding in nearby asteroid fields and behind small moons. The entire Fifth Fleet was here, invisible to alien sensors, waiting for the trap to be sprung. "Distance to target?" Morrison asked. 2 kilometers and closing, sir. They're being very careful." "Of course they are. They think they've found a treasure. Let's not disappoint them." Aboard the Silent Wind, the initial scans were coming back, and they were confusing. The ship appeared to be built with materials that were common throughout the galaxy, but there was something odd about the construction. The hull was thicker than necessary, and there were strange gaps and spaces that didn't make sense for a simple cargo or transport vessel. "Sir," Keithran called out, "I'm reading some kind of internal structure that doesn't match any known ship design. It's like they built multiple ships inside one hull." "Interesting. Can you get more detail?" "I'll need to do a deep scan, sir. Really probe into their systems." Vexthul considered this. Deep scans were more invasive and could potentially be detected if anyone was still alive over there, but the ship appeared completely dead, and the potential intelligence value was enormous. I want to know everything about these people." Morrison felt the change in the alien scanning immediately. Where before they had been gently probing his ship's outer layers, now they were drilling deep into its systems. His smile grew wider. "Sir," Lisa Brooks reported, "they're doing a full, deep scan. They're about to get the surprise of their lives. Let them see what we want them to see, nothing more, nothing less." The Thunder Bay's computer systems began feeding carefully prepared false data to the alien sensors. They would see weapons, but not the real ones. They would see technology, but not humanity's best technology. They would see a military vessel, but not the true scope of human military capability. What they were about to discover would change everything. As the scan continued, Morrison opened his eyes for the first time in hours. Around him, his crew maintained their positions, looking like corpses floating in a dead ship. But beneath the surface, every system was ready to spring to life at a moment's notice. The trap was set. The aliens had taken the bait. Now came the fun part. The deep scan began slowly, like fingers reaching into the dark heart of the human ship. Science Officer Keithran watched his instruments with growing excitement as data flowed across his screens. This was what he lived for, the moment when an unknown vessel gave up its secrets. "Initial readings are coming in now, sir," he reported to Commander Vexthul. "Hull composition is mostly iron-based alloys with titanium reinforcement, primitive but effective." Vexthul nodded. Most young species used similar materials when they first reached space, nothing surprising there. "What about their power systems?" "Fusion-based, sir." "Again, very basic. The reactors appear to be offline, probably have been for some time." Keithran paused as new data scrolled past. "Wait, that's odd. What is it?" "The power distribution network is far more complex than it should be for a simple fusion system. There are conduits running to sections of the ship that don't appear to serve any obvious function." On the Thunder Bay, Chief Engineer Ryan Kelly smiled as he watched the alien scan probe deeper into their systems. The humans had spent months preparing for this moment, building false readings into every system. The aliens were seeing exactly what humanity wanted them to see, no more and no less. "They're buying it completely," Kelly reported through the neural link. "Reading our backup fusion plants as our main power source. They have no idea what's really down here." Commander Morrison's mental voice was calm but pleased. "Excellent. Let them dig deeper. Time to show them something that will get their attention." Kelly's fingers moved across his controls,